Let's talk about why your body feels unsafe, even though on paper your life looks fine. Because I see this all the time in my practice. I have so many patients who come in and tell me, Dr. Bisleen, my life on paper is fine. It's okay. Yeah, things could be better in some areas, but mostly it's okay. But why do I feel so dysregulated still? Why do I feel so unsafe in my body every single day, even though nothing is wrong? I still feel anxious. I still feel like I'm bracing for something to happen. And here's the truth that I want you to understand. Your body doesn't respond to how good your life looks. It responds to what it learned was normal. So if chaos, pressure, unpredictability used to be a part of your world, your nervous system may still be living in that state as if something bad is about to happen, even when everything today is okay. This isn't about you being ungrateful or that you're broken and something is wrong with you. And I want you to really understand it's not that you're ungrateful or that there's something wrong with you. In this video, I'm going to explain exactly why your body feels unsafe, even in a safe life, and what it finally needs to stand down. So a lot of us confuse high functioning as meaning regulation, that just because we are successful, our body should feel good and that we're supposed to feel good in our everyday life, but it doesn't work like that. You can achieve all the successes that you want, but your nervous system can continue to stay in a dysregulated state because that is what is most familiar to it. And where most of us go wrong is we think that that next achievement, that next thing is going to bring us happiness, that relationship, that career jump, making more money, having better friends, having a better body is going to make us feel better. But that is not the case. You could have it all. You could have the dream partner. You could have all the money in the world. You could have your dream job, be traveling everywhere, have the bestest of friends, have a rockin' hot bod, and your nervous system can still be dysregulated. Your nervous system can cause you to feel unsafe, even though your life is completely safe. Success does not equal regulation. Success does not mean safety, because all of what we determine success is usually external success, and external success can never bring internal safety. Internal safety is something that we must learn to cultivate on our own, regardless of what is outside of us. And that's the part that trips everybody up. And that's the part that's tripped you up, because you're just like, I should feel fine. Like, maybe things could be better in some areas and I'm working on some things in this area, but overall, like, everything's okay. And you might be practicing the gratitude and trying to make yourself feel okay about the life that you have, but it's just not registering inside. And you're still waking up not feeling good enough. You're still waking up not feeling fine in your life, even though it is. There's a major disconnect between the external success and the internal world that's happening within you right now. So first things first, what I really want you to understand is oftentimes when we have found ourselves in this state of life, it's because your body is living in the past still. Our nervous system responds to patterns. Your nervous system, currently the one that you have, is built based on the past patterns and experiences that you yourself went through. And so if you are someone who has grown up in an environment that was extremely chaotic, extremely unpredictable, that wires your nervous system state to that state of chaos, unpredictability. And then what starts to happen is that as an adult, you're just constantly bracing. You're just constantly waiting. And no matter how safe your life actually is on paper, it doesn't register to your nervous system that it's actually safe because it has been wired to a different pattern. Past unpredictability trains future vigilance, and past unpredictability makes you become someone in the future who is constantly keeping an eye out for threats, who's constantly just bracing and waiting and just, you're just waiting for the other shoe to drop. I know that's one that's just gonna, really resonate with you when we don't feel fully safe in our life. We're just waiting for the other shoe to drop because, again, your nervous system is constantly looking out for that threat and it's being super vigilant. And the worst part about this is that no matter how much logic you try to give your nervous system, it doesn't listen, because your nervous system doesn't listen to logic, it listens to patterns. It listens to what it has been trained to do over years and years and years, and it's something that it's learned through repetition. So the good thing here is that even though your body has learned danger through repetition, your body can also learn safety through repetition. What's really important to remember here is that talking and doing the mindset work and telling your nervous system stuff is not what is going to change it. Your nervous system doesn't listen to your cognitive side. Your nervous system doesn't listen to your thoughts. Your nervous system feels. okay? And the feelings come through the body. So you can understand logically what safety is and the fact that you should be feeling it because everything technically is okay in your life, but that doesn't register to your nervous system because the safety is not felt as a feeling, as a sensation. You can feel the safety logically, but that doesn't always necessarily translate to you feeling safety as a sensation. Because I mean, if you felt safety as a sensation, you wouldn't even be watching this video because you're gonna be like, my life is safe on paper and my life feels safe and all is good and la di da da. So in these cases, you can try to reassure yourself as much as possible. You can tell yourself, you're doing everything right, everything's fine, you're okay, we're safe, we have a great partner, we have children, we have a good career, like, we're good, we're good, we're good, we're good. And repeat that to yourself as much as you want. And I'm sure you've done it, okay? And I've seen this in my practice because I'll have patients come to me and tell me all the time that, I try to talk myself out of it. Like logically, I know this, but for some reason, my mind registers it as something completely different. And so this is where we need to take a step back and really remind ourselves is that, your nervous system doesn't listen to your thoughts. Reassurance is not going to work in this case. What you actually need to do is learn to cultivate safety as a feeling within yourself. And what's really powerful about this is that once you can cultivate safety as a feeling within yourself, you also stop being so dependent on external validation, on external achievements to actually feel good about yourself. Because when we can feel safety within ourselves, regardless of what's happening around us, we stop being so reliant on other people and our achievements to feel good and safe about ourselves. Because let's be honest, the more that we rely on these external achievements to feel good about ourselves, we never end up because now we've just placed our self-worth in everybody else's hands except for our own. And one of the best things we can do is to return back to ourselves and start using ourselves as a way to cultivate that inner safety, that inner reassurance. It's going to be the most powerful and transformative work that we do. And yes, it is going to probably be a little bit hard. What's wild too is that this constant bracing, this constant just waiting for that shoe to drop can literally start to become a part of your identity. And it's so interesting because then when the shoe drops, because sometimes it does, then you're just fulfilling that story that, oh my God, see, I can't relax because as soon as I relax, XYZ happens, this falls apart, me and my partner get into a fight. And that actually keeps you more in this hypervigilant stress state. So you'll notice that. You'll notice yourself constantly feeling uneasy every time you try to relax. And anytime anything goes wrong, you end up making it fulfill that old story that as soon as you relax, something's gonna go wrong. And that just keeps you more in that dysregulated, stressed out state. And the worst part about this is that it's literally automatic because this pattern of hypervigilance, of never feeling safe in your life, has been so ingrained in you as a pattern. You just do this on automatic, on repeat, and you don't even realize it. That is how sneaky all of this can become a part of your identity, your story about your life and who you are, especially if you don't catch it. And then what we try to do is we try to fix it by thinking that if we do more, if we achieve more, if we make our life better in all of these aspects, we'll feel better about ourselves. But that's not true. Because if you can't feel safe in yourself and who you are now, all of these outside things are not going to help you feel any safer. The safety needs to come within. And what's so beautiful is that when the safety comes from within, all of these external things become even more joyful, become even more better for you. Because now, you want that partner from just that place of wanting that partner. You want these great friends from that place of just wanting great friends, not because it's deeply satisfying this need within you to be safe, because you've already cultivated that within yourself. And then you can also practice so much more discernment when it comes to the people you allow in your life, the opportunities you say yes to, because you don't need those things to feel safe, to mean something good about you. And now you can come from that discerning place of seeing if it's actually right and aligned for you. Man, I feel like I needed that reminder just as much as you probably did today. So what you've been labeling as like overthinking, as anxiety, isn't really anxiety, it's protection. And I want you to start reframing how you speak about it in your own mind. This feeling of always, waiting for the shoe to drop, or always living one step ahead, or always doing this whole like mental rehearsal thing. So honestly, what I used to do before is, before I would go to events, as I was getting ready, I would literally need to have this like mental rehearsal of the conversations I was going to have and the things that I was going to say. And I used to spend so many years of my life in that mental rehearsal place. And it's because my nervous system and my body were always bracing. I had to, have on the top of my mind all of these ideas and topics and things that I could speak about with other people in these events and places that I was going to go to. I had to kind of pre-plan and imagine how the night was going to go, just so I could feel like I'd have control over it and I could brace for anything that could potentially go wrong. And then let's be honest, like things would never go the way that I imagined in my head, because that's not how life is. And if anything, I would actually rob myself of enjoying the moment that I was in, because I would have this expectation of how I needed things to be. And if they didn't go that way, I would be really, really upset about it, instead of just allowing myself to enjoy the process and the journey of what actually was in front of me. I would always need to like fight it and butt heads against it, because I would be like, no, things were supposed to go in a different way. You know, those like little kids who have like a tantrum because they just like, like, I want to go to the playground, and they're so excited to go to the playground and they don't go to the playground. That was like me, because I was like, life needs to go this way because I have prepared and rehearsed for it, but now it's going this way. And I'm just like that little kid who's just like, no, like I wanted to go this way. And it's honestly robbed me of so many beautiful and joyful moments of just life and what was happening in front of me, just because I'd done this mental rehearsal of what I thought and how I thought things should go, because that is just a way that my nervous system found to create safety in my life. What I really want to emphasize here is that success without safety is always going to feel miserable. I've spent so much of my life achieving, doing the most, and thinking that this next thing is what was going to make me feel good about myself. Like, finally, if I see this many patients, if I make this much money, if I travel to this place, if I go do this TEDx talk, if I speak here, if I do this. And every time I would achieve the thing, I wouldn't feel any better about myself. Instead, my mind was already thinking about the next thing that I needed to do. I remember this was almost like 4 or 5 years ago now. I did a TEDx talk. This was during COVID time. So it was done virtually. So I actually had to record it all in one take and send it over to the TEDx team. And so I ended up having a viewing party at my house, because that's when we were allowed to start having people over. So I kept it under like 50 people. And it was all my closest friends and family there to support me. And we did a viewing party of my TEDx talk. And I remember just being there and I felt nothing. I didn't feel any joy or accomplishment. And I was already thinking about the next thing that I needed to do. And now looking back at the time, I'm just like, wow, like what a shame. Like, what a shame that I didn't give myself even the time to actually relish in the success, to actually feel good in it. And it's because I didn't feel safety in myself. I didn't feel safe in myself unless I feel like I'd accomplished things. And at that time, I was like, I need to accomplish way more. Like, this is nothing, even though it was a huge and massive accomplishment. So the more that you try to chase this success, the more that you try to chase these things outside of you to fix you, to support your nervous system state, honestly, the emptier that you're going to feel. And take it from like the extreme overachiever. None of my successes made me feel safe. None of my successes made me feel good about myself until I started to feel good about myself regardless of these successes. And that is the key. Two areas that I really want you to watch out for as you start to create safety and peace within yourself is that in the beginning, calm is going to feel uncomfortable. It might feel empty, it might feel wrong, and that is completely normal. When I started to take myself out of this extreme high achiever lifestyle and get into a space where I was supporting my nervous system more, I really had to get comfortable with feeling calm, with not always having to go out and do things and jam pack my schedule, because anytime I did that, my nervous system would freak out. I would literally start to tell myself, oh my God, you're a loser. You're not going to accomplish anything. You're not going to do anything in life because, God forbid you took a weekend off to just sit at home, to not even do anything, to not have any plans. And it required me to do a lot of retraining over and over and over again so that I could finally be in a place where like I could spend a weekend at home. Like that would make me really uncomfortable, really uncomfortable. If I spent a weekend at home with myself with no plans, and not even working that much, to actually just give myself space and time to be, that would make me go cuckoo in the past before, okay? And it literally has taken me years to rewire my brain and my nervous system to feel comfortable with it. And I won't lie to you, like sometimes I still get really uncomfortable with that. It's always going to be a journey, right? I'm not in that place where I'm perfectly perfect with all of this, but it is so much better than it was before. And I can feel just how much calmer my life feels now as well because of it. So peace and calm might feel really boring, right? Might feel really uncomfortable in the beginning, but that doesn't mean it's wrong and it's bad for you. It's just something that you and your nervous system haven't practiced before. And just like everything else, it's going to take time. It's going to take repetition until you can get to this place where you actually feel fully comfortable and okay with it. Secondly, where I find a lot of people going wrong is that they try to use gratitude as a way to create internal safety. And that isn't what works either all the time, because gratitude is a little bit different than regulation and actually feeling safe in yourself, in your body, and in your life. And sometimes when we feel like, we're trying to be grateful, we're trying to, be like, I'm so happy that I have this and XYZ, but it doesn't always register to our body because, again, safety is a sensation. And when we practice gratitude, it's usually, us connecting with thoughts, and we can also feel gratitude as well, but that doesn't always also equal safety in your body. So don't put this pressure on yourself to like positively think your way out of this. And think that you can, because you can't. You can't positive think your way out of this. Your nervous system is going to start feeling safe within you and yourself with consistency over time, with repetition. And as you get up and do this again and again and again, you're going to start feeling safety in your body. And gratitude is definitely a tool that you can use. But what's really important to remember is that consistency of giving yourself moments of calm, that consistency of building that safety in yourself over and over and over again is what is going to help your body thrive at the end of the day. To end it off, what I want to emphasize here is that if you are feeling like your life looks fine on paper, but it's not registering to your body that it's fine, it's probably because your body is asking for a different pace of life. It's not that you need to do more and accomplish more and be better and just, jam pack your schedule that much more. No, you need to learn how to create moments of calm. You need to learn how to create these moments of safety throughout the day so that you can actually let your body feel good about the life that you have in front of you. And this is going to take time. It's going to take repetition, and it's going to take that coming back and home to yourself over and over and over again. And if this is something that you want support with, I encourage you to use the link below to book a free discovery call with me so that we can chat about what it looks like to support your nervous system holistically, with diet, with movement, with sleep, with supplements, addressing some of those mindset blocks and beliefs that come up that keep us in this chaotic and stressed state. These are all the things that I cover with my patients one-on-one and the clients that I work with. So if you're interested in that, use the link below to book this call.